Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back today. Well, we're in downtown Limassol, and we're going to take you for a little drive along the Limassol Boulevard. You're going to get some great views, some nice buildings, hopefully some good driving. Not from her, she's always going to drive good, but you might get some, we'll see what goes on. Let's introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, Miss Ochin Krasivia Labu.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. So let's get into gear. We're in gear. Krasivia Labu has two hands on the steering wheel. Always a good start, looking beautiful. Let's go, Krasivia.
Yeah, I am in charge. I have to wait.
There we are. So this is the main boulevard. It's the one that cruises along the seashore. And it's going to be an interesting drive. You're going to see some fancy shops, some new buildings, some old dilapidated buildings, and some skyscrapers, that's for sure. This is the Amathus 5-star luxury hotel on the left-hand side there. Very, very nice hotel indeed. Obviously a beachfront hotel. And you've got lots and lots of construction going on in Limassol, and they're building 25 stories and above. That seems to be the flavour of the month at the moment. What have you got to say so far, Krasivia?
I think next time we should book in the Amathus Hotel.
Is it a good hotel?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, it's beautiful, by the way. That hotel's, it used to be the hotel groups, but now it's only left in the in Limassol, Amathus, and in Rhodes. The one in Rhodes been sold many years ago, at about 10 years ago, and the Amathus in Paphos became Olympic Lagoon.
Olympic Lagoon, isn't it? So that's the last Amathus hotel.
Yes.
So it must be a
It's
pretty
the
good
last.
hotel then.
Yes, it is.
So was it the first Amathus hotel?
No, the first was in Rhodes.
So the first was in Rhodes, okay. And the guys decided to
In
keep
Greece.
the one in Limassol. Now, car fanatics may understand what's in front of us. That is a classic Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow Mark II. How do we know it's a Silver Shadow Mark II? Well, very simply, the rear light clusters are slightly different, and we can see there's a rubber strip in the rear bumper. So there you go, Krasivia, that's a Rolls-Royce.
Wow. Should I follow it?
Let's catch up with it. Let's see what its rear end looks like, because I think it was one of the most beautiful Rolls Royces ever made. So this one ran from about 1980, if I remember correctly, for the Mark II edition, all the way up to around about 87, 88, 89. And I actually like that colour, especially in the sunshine. Looks very, very nice indeed. What a beautiful,
It's an
beautiful
acrylic color, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Very hard to match.
Yes, impossible to match. If you're going to paint one panel on that car, well, to be honest, you should respray the whole car, especially a car of that stature, shall we say. Anyway, look at some of the skyscrapers on the right-hand side. Some of them have been completed and some of them are in the process of being built. And this is more a residential and a tourist area part of Limassol. But slowly but surely, if you stick with us, we are going to get into the downtown business area, and then we will finally end up in the harbour and the marina area. So it's a Sunday afternoon, and if you're wondering what month we're in, well, we are well into October, which means we're well into autumn. The temperature outside, by the way, is 27 degrees. The sun is baking the island of love, which is Cyprus, yet again. Krasivia Labu, what have you got to say about the weather?
I've seen, yeah, the weather is very hot.
What have you seen?
I've seen that very tall, very
skyscraper.
high. Yes. I'm afraid it's too scary in Paphos, in Cyprus. Amazing. I mean,
Krasivia Labu believes that we shouldn't be building more than 4 or 5 stories in Cyprus. She worries about the earthquakes and the buildings falling down, and she doesn't want to live in one, which is good because they're very
if
expensive.
you go back a few years, not few years, 50, 40, 50 years ago, in Paphos, nobody were allowed to build more than 30 meters, and this is a most building.
Technologies has moved on, Krasivia.
But leave the technology. What about an earthquake?
Well, you could say that. Earthquakes have moved on as well. Anyway, we won't talk about that. It's nothing to do with us. If you want to build skyscrapers, let them build them.
Oh,
I agree with you. I don't want to live in one. And I certainly would not live more than 5 floors up. I wouldn't want to live. So if a building was more than 5-story, well...
But it's beautiful. I'm not saying it is beautiful indeed.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bit scary whether it's tall or not.
Well, one of the problems I find with apartment blocks, the hotel we've just been to, I'm not attacking the hotel, it was a very nice hotel, but the hotel was barely occupied. When I say barely occupied, there was 2 people on our floor, and we actually had 1 lift, or that was the lift that was shown to us. And because that lift went to the first floor, the second floor, which is where we were, the third and the fourth floor, and down to the basement, I think you understand where I'm going, we had to wait quite a long time for the lift. Now imagine if that hotel was full. So the same applies to apartment blocks, and that's one of my gripes. When you go down to the supermarket and you come home with your shopping, well, you've now got to open that door, that lift door, and you've got to get all that food up into your apartment. Now I understand perhaps if you live in that apartment over there on the top floor and you've dropped 25 million euros on it, perhaps you would get home delivery, or perhaps you would employ a servant to go and do it for you. But who knows? It's not for me. I'd rather live in a house, a bungalow, or preferably a house on the beach.
Yes. Could you see the top floor?
I think
how
that's
beautiful.
a beautiful looking block, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
It really,
it
really
is the
is
most
nice.
beautiful. But I'm saying it's a bit scary. Anywhere else, but not in Cyprus.
Well, anywhere else in the world, I don't want to live in a tower block. It's not my cup of tea. I want to live on the ground floor. I wouldn't mind walking up the stairs to my second floor, or if I had a third floor, perhaps, which in fact we have. So I wouldn't mind living in a 3-story house, which of course we do.
And it's beautiful,
and I'd like to live on the beachfront. Yeah, it's a beautiful
It
building,
is beautiful.
but not for me. I think it looks good on a picture postcard, shall we say.
I can imagine.
Concentrate on the driving, Gracivi Alaboof.
Yeah. But it's all lit up
I can
at
see
night.
this being a bit of a problem with Limassol Boulevard. So they're building all these fancy buildings, and then you've got Oching Gracivi Laboufs driving along in cars, and then they're studying the buildings. It's like looking into clothes shops, isn't it? Watch these speed bumps, be Jesus. Slow a bit down. Tell you, women, they're driving. Right. Slowly but surely we are getting into more of the business area of Limassol, and slowly but surely, of course, it's going to get busier and busier. We've got the lower town McDonald's over there on the right hand side. You've got the Breeze Club and restaurant to our left hand side. You've got a fish and meat restaurant there with a great view out to the blue Mediterranean Sea. You can go a bit quicker than this, you know, Gracivi.
Yeah, I'm just giving you the chance to
Well, I have no
feel.
clue where I am.
Oh.
I just know I'm in Limassol.
These are very scruffy old
There
buildings.
are some scruffy buildings, and probably over time they're going to be bought up, knocked down, and they're going to build skyscrapers, because that seems to be what's designated for the Limassol Promenade. The more high they can go, the more apartments they can build, and the more money they can make. Same formula used all over the world, whether you're in London, New York, or even down in Cato, Australia, in Sydney, for example. And one day soon, it's coming to Paphos. In fact, it's already coming to Paphos. There's 2 or 3 tower blocks going to get built in Paphos over the next couple of years. Anyway, hopefully you're enjoying the drive. Over there is KFC. Again, we've got some beautiful work of art buildings coming up in the viewfinder. Got a Bank of Cyprus over there. Various coffee shops, restaurants. Again, there's a building that's been, shall we say, beaten. So obviously someone's bought that. They're going to knock it down and rebuild it. Ocean Basket Restaurant, Costa Coffee, Starbucks. The roads are awful.
It's a road. It's a bit of Sherlock Holmes.
Yep. There's those words again, Sherlock Holmes. When something's not very good, well, we call it Sherlock Holmes. So stick with us, slowly but surely. We are going to get into the built-up areas, and of course, the buildings on the left-hand side are going to stop, and you're going to be able to see the beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's coming up very, very shortly indeed, as we exit, shall we say, the touristy area and enter the downtown business area, and then along the promenade and into the harbour and the marina area. So let's just soak up the buildings, the restaurants and the businesses. And as you can see, the traffic is starting to build up slightly as we get closer and closer to the central areas of Limassol. And the roads, well, they're getting worse and worse and worse. I'm going to have a little drink of the old Coca-Cola. There we are. You enjoy the view. But these roads, Gracivi, are absolutely awful. They really, really are. Again, more skyscrapers coming up. And as you can see, the traffic is building up. This is the main boulevard, all the way through the centre of Limassol, and it runs parallel to the blue Mediterranean Sea. We would call it perhaps the Corniche in olden times. It's referred to as Limassol Corniche or Limassol Boulevard. And we're on a Sunday afternoon, if you're wondering. If it was Monday to Friday, well, we would be barely moving because it's absolute chaos down here, that's for sure. Very Stevie, are you enjoying your drive?
No.
No, why?
It's a bit different to me.
Different to you?
Yeah, and I don't like experiments.
No.
When I do.
When I drive in the same little area.
Yeah, I want to be on your side, and I want you to be on my side.
Well, yeah, I'm going to drive for far. 10 more minutes, and we'll be there.
I just said the truth. I don't like areas that I don't know where I'm going, and where to park, and where to, pull.
Well, Limassol's a big city. If people understand, or some people don't understand, perhaps Limassol is 5 to 6 times bigger than Paphos. Paphos' population is around about 50,000-60,000 people. Limassol's population is somewhere between 250 and 300,000 residents. Obviously, Paphos goes up to around about 150-200,000 in the summer, and Limassol goes up to around about 500,000 in the summer, or so we're told by the Statistics Office of Cyprus, somewhere around there. So that basically means that Limassol is 4 to 5 to 6 times bigger than
I would
Paphos.
say this is more beautiful. I mean, more developed.
I think this boulevard is something quite special.
More developed.
As it opens up, if you understand, you can see to the left-hand side now, there's a lot of greenery, a lot of parks, and of course along there is also the blue Mediterranean Sea. There's a walkway all the way, so you can walk all this. Obviously, it's going to take you a couple of days because it's around about 15 kilometers, so it's quite a long walk. But there is something here for everybody, from parks to sailing boat areas, fishing boats, there's restaurants on the beach there. And as we work along here, you're going to see fun parks, you're going to see people monkeying around, there's parks that sit
nice
around.
Building.
Beautiful building. I think that's called the Icon, that building over there.
And that one also.
Yes, these are new buildings again.
Yeah, you can tell.
And you've got the Crown Plaza Hotel coming up on the left. So this is a 5-star hotel. Again, that sits right onto the plage on the beach. So the face of Limassol is certainly changing, and changing for the better, obviously. And it's going to reinvent itself as a business hub for Cyprus and also as a tourist hub. There's an awful lot of new businesses moving into Cyprus due to its climate, its facilities, and of course its tax status. And of course it's a very easy place to commute from if you want to go into the Middle East, into Asia or into Europe. It's a very good place to live and to base your business, or of course to retire to. So Cyprus has got a lot of things on its side, shall we say, and not just the very good weather. And it also has an awful lot of beautiful ladies who live here, and of course one of them is known as Miss Booth. She's concentrating on her driving. She doesn't want Mr. Paul to show.
Yeah, this show
there
there.
we are. We're back into the buildings again. You concentrate on the driving, and I'll concentrate on the buildings.
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
So here we come. It's opened up a bit now, and now you can see there's walkways, there's restaurants, there's cafes, there's fun parks, and there's things getting built along the way. There's exercising machines. It really is a beautiful place to come to. So this is the Limassol Boulevard.
Lovely bridge.
That's a nice bridge from that
Behind.
big apartment building, yeah.
Oh, is it? From the apartment. So it means it belongs to that apartment building.
Well, I'm not sure who it belongs to, but it's probably in cahoots between the apartment and the municipality, I would imagine. So Limassol Boulevard, and as you can see to the left-hand side now, you can see the blue sea. You can see people sunbathing, there's lifeguards, there's water sports going on, and we're rapidly getting into the downtown business section. and then the road will narrow off as we go towards the old town, and then of course the harbour and the marina will appear. And that's where this video will come to an end. We will dismount, but if you come back a little bit later, we're going to be wandering around in the harbour area and again in the marina area. He's sleeping on the job, Receiving the bit.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Yep. We'll wake you up when the traffic lights go to green. They're on green now. Come on, they're on green. Oh, there we go. So just in the distance now, we can see the harbour. It's jutting out, as you understand. So not far to go.
It's a lovely building, that one also.
There's a lot of nice buildings around, yeah. Even some of the older buildings are quite nice, as long as they've been well maintained, isn't it?
So that building belongs to Kanika Business Center.
And who's he?
Kanika, it's Alexander the Great. It's a Kanika Hotels now.
Oh, okay.
Alexander the Great, the Olympic Lagoon, it's all Kanika Group.
So that's their building,
yes,
is it?
They bought it.
There we are. Receiver Booth is educating us slowly.
Ah.
Isn't that a beautiful villa there?
Yeah.
That's from old colonial times, obviously.
But it's not a new, I was going to, and that one, I mean.
It's absolutely beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
That must be worth a couple of bob, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because its view is straight across to that.
Wow.
So that's a colonial bungalow.
It's nice.
Concentrate on the driving, Receiver the Booth. It's not a clothes shop that we're looking into. Good look on her face there.
This will be the last driving of mine in Limassol. Next, you will be driving and you will be filming,
right.
Mr. Paul.
It's like clothes shops.
Okay, show the views.
Oof. She's going to eat me later.
Show the views.
Oh, look at that. Doesn't get much better. Again, a walkway over from some buildings, taking you down. There's a lot of modern art in Limassol, to be honest. It's come a long, long way in the 15 years since I've lived in Cyprus. This road was here when I first arrived. It's been improved, it's been beautified, but this road was always here. And it's a very, very nice road indeed. And there's the actual beach, and you can see there's people sunbathing the life out of themselves. And we are late into October, well into the autumn season. And there's the proof that the weather is absolutely spectacular. So if you're looking for someone to come on a holiday, Limassol could be that great, great place for you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy because
Mr. Paul is shouting at me too much.
Oh, Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have to buy you something afterwards, obviously.
I have to bite you later on.
You're going to bite me? Excellent.
Yeah. And you will have to buy, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go now to the most expensive boutique. Don't worry.
Well, luckily it's Sunday.
Don't
so
you worry.
Closed.
Yeah, in Limassol everything is open.
There we are. See? What an honest channel we are. No editing, totally live. There we are. You can watch it eat me on camera if you wish. The laugh of a Bond criminal, as Jeremy and Simon Payne say.
Don't you worry.
Never mind. I'll survive to live another day. I'm sure I'll be back in a video again soon, somewhere in Paphos, with a limp.
Na 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 na.
We've got singing going on there.
I'll survive. Na 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 na. It's this song about you.
Is it?
Yeah, you have to sing this song.
There we are. Look at that. The yellow all-day cafe bar. Fountains. People sitting around enjoying themselves.
I would show this building.
You're obsessed with buildings,
This building.
You can't when you're in a car, it's very difficult. There's a thing called a roof above us. So we'll show the park and the beautiful blue Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, it's a bazaar, Mr.
Yes,
Paul.
there's a bazaar.
Oh, you want to go cheap?
We probably will go to the bazaar. We've spotted a
Look
bazaar
at
over there,
that.
so we're going to
Look at that. Look at that.
What's he looking at?
It's a lovely place.
But
It's
you
a
can't
church.
see it out of the side
Can't
of the
you?
car, can you?
Give it to me.
Give it to her. She's supposed to be driving.
Beautiful. This is I was going to show.
There we are.
I did show it.
Sometimes people don't understand the realities of the life of a cameraman. There we are.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So this boy, Foodie, Mr. Foodie
Let's try
boy.
not to run him over.
No.
So the road slowly goes narrower now because we're actually entering the harbour and the marina area. That's where we are.
I'm just letting him go. We are close
He's got
to
one of
marina.
those rampant rabbits.
Rampant rabbit. How many times it shitted on you,
Well, it's
Mr.
always cheating on me.
It's actually the car of shitty shit.
It is a shitty shit car. Shouldn't say that. Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. Right, keep going, receiver the booth.
Shitty. This area is always...
Well, this is where it gets narrow. This is where the old town meets the new, should we say. And then on top of all that, they've then gone and built a new marina to make it even that bit more congested.
Is it the same car that you've
Exactly
got?
the same car, except that's in like a beigey brown, and
Yeah,
the one
exactly.
I've got that's cheated on me is in black.
Oh.
There we go. So this is entering the harbour, the marina, and of course it's where the old town starts off as well.
I like that horse. I'm gonna ride it. When I'm gonna ride the horse? Where are you going? Left, right,
Follow the road,
down?
left, into the Limassol marina.
Left.
There we are. This is the entrance to the brand new marina.
Very, very, very...
So we're going to tell you it's now time for the very, very big goodbye. Receiver the booth?
Do you want me to drive and say that very, very good goodbye?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Where I'm going?
Straight.
Away?
We need a big goodbye
away.
because the video's finished.
Well, I would like to tell you many thanks for watching again and again. Lovely that you stay with us, and we're thanking you for your time, for your attention. We are loving you to bits. Don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Mr. Paul, you're going to be eaten.
It's time for me to say goodbye. I'm going to eat them very, very soon. I'm just getting hungry. So hopefully I'll see you in another video. If I don't,
goodbye
for the
forever.
rest of my life.
Thank you for watching.
How cute she looks. Thanks for watching.